Gutturals and Resh, Part 2. We had a module earlier called Gutturals and Resh, and there we introduced the gutturals and mentioned that they can affect vowels around them, change vowels around them. And we also said that Resh is part of the gutturals because it has some behaviors that are similar to the gutturals. But that's about all we said. So now I'd like to tell you what those behaviors are. So, by way of review, first of all, what are the gutturals again? We have Aleph, Ayin, Chet, and Hey. Those are our gutturals. And then we also include Resh together with them. Now, the first point, we'll have 3 points here. The first one is to talk about which vowels or what vowels they like, what vowels they tend to be associated with. The Ayin, the Chet, and the Hey, together with the Resh, so basically all of them except for the Aleph, they tend to like A vowels. So we have our Kametz, Patach, Chataf Patach. Now remember, this one is related to the short O, not the A, so forget about that one. So these ones like the A vowels. Aleph, on the other hand, will often have an E vowel. So the Sagol or the Chataf Sagol, the compound Shiva associated with Sagol. Now why is this? These are the gutturals that are pronounceable. Chet and Hey we know how to pronounce. Resh we know how to pronounce. Ayin is actually pronounceable. It's a consonant way back in the throat. And so consonants that are pronounced in the back of the throat will tend to have vowels pronounced at the back of the mouth associated with them because it's easier to transition from an A vowel to these gutturals and Resh than it is to transition from a vowel that's pronounced at the beginning of the mouth, like an E, for instance. So these are the pronounceable gutturals, and so they have a tendency to change vowels to A vowels. Aleph, on the other hand, really isn't a pronounceable, or if you do pronounce it, you pronounce it as a glottal stop, a stoppage of breath, and so it doesn't have the same tendency to pull vowels to the back of the mouth like these ones do. And in fact, it tends to take an E vowel. So this is because it's not really pronounceable, unlike these ones. So that's the first point. They tend to take A vowels except for Aleph, which takes an E vowel. The second point is that none of them double. So no doubling. No doubling. And that applies to all of them. All the gutturals and Resh. None of them can double. The third point is a reminder. We already talked about this earlier, and that is that the gutturals take composite Shiva. So Aleph, Ayin, Chet, and Hey will take a composite Shiva, or compound Shiva, rather than a simple Shiva. So if you have a word, and you have one of these there, and you expect to see a simple Shiva, just put a compound Shiva in instead. Now which one? Well, that depends, but it won't be a simple Shiva. Resh, on the other hand, this is where Resh is a little different than the gutturals. It can take a simple Shiva. Simple Shiva. So, the characteristics of gutturals and Resh are that they tend to take A vowels, except for Aleph, which likes E vowels, eh? There's no doubling, none of them can double, and this will have consequences when you have a word that normally doubles in a certain place. If there's a guttural or Resh there, then it won't double and you'll get other things that happen instead of it, or potentially. And thirdly, they will take a composite Shiva, the gutturals that is, while Resh can take a simple Shiva.